scientists on the case. Hello, people, and welcome back to another episode of Problems We Can't Escape. Today's sponsor is Flitz Milk Chocolate Pretzels. Milk chocolate is delicious. Today we will be learning about how we affect our climate. Conservation scientist from New York's Barnard College, one of the smarter but cheap colleges. She's an expert on all available resources on Earth, which are depleting due to our nasty cells. She studies how climate sustainability may be affected by the impact of commercial and recreational activities, aka us.
Today she'll be talking about the resources we've had and have. She will also talk about the present and future of the resources we use. But most importantly, how can we try to change our climate?
There's more than a 95% probability that human activities over the past 50 years have caused climate change. Aquifer depletion, deforestation, mining for fossil fuels and minerals, pollution or contamination of resources, slash and burn agriculture practices, soil erosion, overconsumption, and excessive or unnecessary use of resources are some of the depleted natural resources that humans have used. These resources have depleted due to humans using it too much.
This is Lily. She's an environmental scientist from Boston University. And don't worry, she has no accent. Just your average American girl. Responsible for accurate communication of how humans may affect the balance of the environment. I know, unbelievable.
She'll also share how we can keep our future generations safe. So, let's ask you your first question. What have humans done to the environment?
Humans impact the physical environment in many ways. Overpopulation, pollution, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. Some of the major problems of environmental impact on humans are acid rain, overfishing, urban sprawl, deforestation, water pollution, population growth, waste production, genetic modification of crops. Environmental issues caused by man-made chemicals are becoming clearer. Human overpopulation has been a concern for scientists since at least 1798. 18 million acres of trees are clear-cut every year to create space for development and to be used in wood products.
Talk to Sonia, who is a climate scientist at Crystal River, Florida Environmental Science Academy. I know, long name. It took me 20 minutes to memorize that. Stop laughing. An efficient way to communicate how they use long-term trends and patterns of possible changes to a climate to guide us in making informed decisions in the future. Basically, they just tell us about what's happening in the world and then tell us what happens in the future. Boring. I know.
From 1880 onward, what has happened to our climate?
Since 1880, the global temperature has risen 1.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Storms are becoming more frequent since 1950, and we're getting more rainfall in a decade alone. There have been 12 hurricanes and 5 major hurricanes. Sea level rose about 8 inches in the last century, and the acidity of the water has been increased by 30% since the industrial era. The greenhouse gas effect has a hold on humans and animals alike. Greenhouse gas effect is when gases get stuck in the atmosphere and let the UV rays through the ozone layer, which protects us from the harmful rays which can cause cancers and asthma.
Due to climate change, what will happen to our climate? The more it becomes worse. I mean, it's obviously going to get worse.
Growing seasons become longer and frost seasons will decrease, making certain crops unable to grow, from onions to carrots and apples to beloved pumpkins. We are starting to see grass on Mount Everest where there is none due to the cold weather that used to be almost inhabitable by everything.
Climate change.
Here's a solution. Reduce your carbon footprint. Some things you can do is use less energy, put down your cell phone, use a fan instead of an air conditioner. If cold, socks, sweatshirts, and blankets are go-to. Try biking or walking to work instead of driving a car. Make sure you know the recycling rules, and recycling bins should be...
It is very clear to see that all changes in the climate have been caused by us, humans. Of course. Seriously. As Amaya stated, there is more than a 95% probability that human activity over the past 50 years have caused climate change. We have dragged out the resources by using up by using it to get to work or school, power up energy, heat our homes, construction.
Deforestation, wildfires, water pollution, and waste protection, and so many other horrible things due to man-made chemicals, environmental issues, and modification to crops. We have also been harvesting our cows for our steaks and hamburgers, which in turn produce more methane into our atmosphere. We have made so many animals go near to extinction, even are extinct.
Due to our climate change, we have caused more natural disasters, and we have gathered more rainfall. The acidity in the water has increased by 30%, and due to global warming, the ice caps have been melting in the North and South poles.
The greenhouse gas effect is burning through the ozone layer, which in turn is going to let harmful radiation through. We will get higher chances of cancer or asthma. Growing seasons will become longer and the frost seasons will decrease, making certain crops unable to grow. Mount Everest might even begin to grow flowers.
Together, people! We need to stop climate change now, before the earth gets flooded and earth turns into that Raft video game. Is to cut down on the steak we eat. I know we all like that Mickey D's, but if we trade our steak and beef and cow meat for chicken or salad, the methane in the atmosphere will decrease by at least 50%, people. 50%! Dang, McDonald's has to lay off that red meat.
Which in turn could A, save us a lot of money, and B, teach you some life skills so that you aren't just a couch potato. We're also very capable of composting so that we'll get better soil and both the food you grow will taste better and be healthy.
Maybe even start small, like throwing away your trash in the right places, like a compost garden, away from your house though, so it won't stink or rot or anything, you know. Don't use plastic products too, and if anything, use metal straws instead of plastic straws. And we keep this up and we will be the Barbie dolls.
Follow the example of Greta Thunberg and actually put an effort into climate change.
We're watching another episode of Problems We Can't Escape, and see you next week. Is it over? I haven't had my. Is it over?